Hello, I hope you're doing fantastic. In this tutorial, I will make the fourth project of 6 awesome projects using Arduino and LEDs tutorial series. In fact, I'll be using the same circuit that we did before, but I will write a different program which will make these LEDs to glow randomly. So this time the choice will be given to Arduino. We will tell the Arduino that it's your turn now. You glow these 6 LEDs randomly, and that's it will be a fun field as well as awesome project. So let's begin to our project. Here we have already logged in to the Tinkercad. We have already logged into the Tinkercad. As you can see, we are here inside the Tinkercad, and our circuit is already made here. The same circuit that we did that we have used in the previous project. I'm using the same circuit. As I said, the circuit is going to be same, but the program will be little different. So this program which will make these LEDs to blink randomly, right? So that's fine to see. We will tell the Arduino that it's your choice now. You blink these LEDs or you glow these LEDs randomly. In the very first time, you can glow the first LED, or you can glow the second LED, or fifth, or sixth, or third. It's up to your choice. So we'll tell this Arduino to do this. I hope you have got this project. This project is all about glow LEDs randomly. So what we have to do is we have to generate a random number first. Arduino has to generate a random number, and then we will give the condition. If we have generated a random number, like suppose 1, then you turn on the first LED, rightmost LED, that is connected to pin number 7. And if you have generated 2 as a random number, then turn on the second rightmost LED, that is connected to pin number 8, and so on. Right? So we have got it. First we have to generate a random number, and then we will store that value in a variable, and then we will give the condition to that Arduino that we have generated 1. And if you have generated 1 as a random number, then what to do. If you have generated 2 as a random number, then what to do, and so on. So let's begin our programming. As being good programmer, we must write the comment. Even though we must include a comment in every portion of the section, as it increases the readability of the code, and it's good for programmer as well as for the reader. So I have already written the comment here. Code for glowing 6 LEDs randomly. So as I said, the first is to generate a random number. We can do this by going into the math block and picking a block called pick random 1 to 10. So there are two arguments that we can give to this block, that is number, right? So this block will generate any number between given two number, right? So including the two numbers that is given here. So instead of 1 and 10, I will give the number 1 and 6. So I will tell the Arduino that you generate a number, any random number between 1 and 6, 1 and 6, so that I can instruct the Arduino. If you have generated 1, then turn on first LED. If you have generated 5, turn on fifth LED, likewise. So that's why I have taken two number 1 and 6, and Arduino will generate a random number between these two numbers. Fine. Now we will store this random value in some variable, right? So we need to have a variable. I have already created a variable with a name random number. You can create it with another number, uh, let me create another variable, and I will store this value in that variable. So let me give the name r number. R number, that's random number. So we can give many different names we can give to the variable. different names we can do it. Naming must be convenience so that we can use it in our program very wisely. So I have created a variable with name r number, means random number, and let's store this value that is generated by Arduino in this variable. We can do this by dragging this set block pin to this uh, to this to this programming phrase. And now let me select the variable that is r number, and let's make this r number equal to the number that Arduino has generated, the random number that Arduino has generated. So what this code section or what this code will do actually is, this code will generate a random number between 1 and 6, including 1 and 6 as well, and it will store the value in a variable called r number, right? That's good. And now after generating it, we will give command, we will give condition, we will give condition to the Arduino that if you have generated 1, then what to do, if you have generated 2, then what to do, and so on. We can do this by going to the control block and picking a if block. So we are going to give a if condition to the Arduino, that if you have generated 1, then what to do. So again we have to go to math block, then then drag a conditional math block. It is here, and the first we will compare, we are going to compare the two values, the random number values that is generated by Arduino and the number that is given here, that is 1. So if Arduino will compare it, if random number that is generated by Arduino, if it is equal to 1, then what to do, then turn on the first LED, the rightmost LED that is connected to pin number 7. As you can see, the pin number 7 is here. Okay, so pin number 7, and we can do this by dragging the set pin block inside this if block. So whenever this condition will be true, whatever we are going to write inside, the code will get executed. So every time when Arduino will generate 1 as a random number, then this block will become true and it will execute whatever we are going to write inside. So the first instruction that we have written inside this if block is to turn on 7th number LED. So let's first number LED that is connected to pin number 7. So let's give the pin number 7 to high, and all remaining LEDs like second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth has to be off. So let's drag the block again and make the other LEDs off. So other LEDs, let me start with pin number 8. So pin number 8 must be low this time. That's good. And again I'm going to drag one more block, and this time for pin number 9. So pin number 9 has to be low, right? Let me just make duplicate of it, and then we'll go ahead. So I'm going to make duplicate of it. Yeah, that's fine. So I have made the duplicate, and this time let me make pin number 9 as low, 10. So here pin number 10, pin number 10 low, and pin number 11 as well as low. That's good to see. I hope children you can see this very clearly, and I hope you have understood the logic behind. Now I will tell the Arduino what to do if he has generated 2 as a random number. So I will just make duplicate of this block again. I'll paste it below, and this time I will tell the Arduino to compare that if a random number that we have generated, if it is equal to 2, then what you do is you turn on second LED that is connected to pin number 8. You turn on second LED and let all other LEDs be off, like this. Like this we can tell the Arduino. So we are telling the Arduino in form of instruction, in form of code. Whenever it goes to the brain of the Arduino or brain to the microcontroller, they takes the action. Okay, so fine. Now we are going to give another condition, that is the third condition, what to do if Arduino has generated 3 as a random number, because we have chosen the number to generate a number between 1 and 6. So it can generate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It can generate any number between 1 and 6, including 1 and 6 as well. So here I'm using 3 this time. What to do if Arduino has generated 3 as a random number? So to do so, let's turn on the third LED. Okay, let's turn on the third LED, that is pin number 9, and this time pin number 9 high and remaining low. I think somewhere something is missing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, only 5. And in the first case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, only 5 pins we are working with. The one is left, that is pin number 12. Pin number 12 also we have to mention. Pin number 12 low, and that I was missing. Okay, so I'm going to drag the pin number. For 12 also we have to give condition. For 12 as well, low this time. Here as well, pin number 12, that is supposed to be low according to our plan. Okay, that's fine. Let's give instruction what to do if Arduino has generated 4 as a random number. If Arduino has generated 4 as a random number, so here we'll make the change. Here we'll write 4 so that Arduino can compare two numbers, the number that we have given and the number that Arduino is going to generate randomly. And if you will compare and match, is a random number generated is equal to 4 or not. If it is equal, then he will do whatever we are going to write inside. And what we are going to write inside, that if you have generated 4, then turn on the fourth LED, that is pin number 10. Turn on that, and turn off all other LEDs. That's fantastic. Likewise, let's write for fifth. If the Arduino has generated 5 as a random number, then what is supposed to do? Then he will turn on fifth LED. Very simple, right? So he will turn on the fifth LED, that is connected to pin number 11, and he will keep all other LEDs low. Okay, so we are here at the last block, at the last stage of our programming, and here we'll tell the Arduino what to do if he have generated 6 as a random number. Likewise, it will turn on the sixth LED, that is connected to pin number 12, and it will keep all other LEDs off. So far so good, but something we are missing. Arduino will do this very fairly. He will do this because but he will do it little fast, right? That may be a little tough for us to observe. So what we are going to do, we are going to give a delay at the end, so that I'll tell them Arduino, hey Arduino, before starting again, you wait for 0.5 second, and let me see you are doing your job well, right? So 0.5 second. So after glowing a LED, after generating a random number, he will store the value in the folder, and then he will compare if number is equal to 1 or 2 or 3. If it is matches, he will turn on that LED, and after doing so, it will wait for 0.5 second. He will sit and wait. 0.5 second is over, he will jump again to the top. He will generate a random number, he will store the value in the folder, he will match the random number with the number we have provided. If it is matches with one of these, it will do the job, and again it will wait for 0.5 second. So this is the code all about that will happen. Okay, so what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to turn on the simulation, and I wanted to show you is it happening or not. So have we written code correctly, or something else is needed? So I'm going to just make it zoom a bit, so that it will be or it can be the visible to you. Well, let me just go side, so that there will be no any problem to the audience. Let me be side. That's good to see. So here I have made your stage clear, and code is already written, and now I'm going to turn on the simulation so we can see our code, is it working or not. That's fine. Let me start simulation. Yes, boom, we can see Arduino is generating the numbers randomly, and he is glowing the LED, corresponding LEDs, according to the program that is written. So this time Arduino is not following any sequence to glow these LEDs, but rather Arduino is glowing the LEDs randomly. So that we did, our work is done. I hope this project was little helpful. Let me quickly go through the code again. What we are doing is, as I said, Arduino code is single threaded. So single threaded means it will execute one code at a time. So in this program, there are only 3 to 4 steps that Arduino follows. The first step, what Arduino is doing, Arduino is generating a random number. He is storing the value in the folder or in a variable R number, and then the third job is to compare the generated number is equal to which number, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So if the match is done, he will do the corresponding work. Like if random number generated is equal to 1, then he will turn on first LED, and he will keep remaining LEDs off. And after doing so, what he's going to do, he's going to wait for 0.5 second, and after waiting, he will start again on the top. He will come here, and he will generate a random number. He will store the value in the folder, and again he is going to compare the generated number is equal to what, and then if it is match is done, then he will do that job accordingly. Yeah, so that is the code all about. I hope you have enjoyed the circuit. So I hope you have enjoyed this project. In the last tutorial of this project, we are going to include little more fun as well as challenging as well as interesting project. So stay tuned and keep watching.